still needs us. Come on, Bullseye!
Buzz, you stay here. I'm going with them.
You don't think I can do it?
Yes, no!
Nice poncho.
It's good to see them fighting again.
It sure is.
Toy Story has been around almost my whole life, just like Harry Potter, Spider-Man, and Shrek. It had a great first movie that I watched as a baby. Of course, I didn't know what was going on, but I remember so many moments and quotes that I can say without even thinking about it, including Woody getting mad at Buzz for getting them lost at the gas station. That will always be my all-time favorite scene. You are not a toy! That's my favorite scene. So, Toy Story 2 is the top 10 greatest movies of all time. And even as a child that started to understand things, every time I went through When Somebody Loves Me scene with Jesse, I can't go through with it without tearing up a bit. Then Toy Story 3 came out at the right time when everybody either became a teenager or was about to be an adult. Andy left Woody, Buzz, and the gang, so it was like we left too. Then they decided to cash grab us with Toy Story 4, and I was so annoyed by it, I refused to watch the movie until I watched it the day before watching Toy Story 5. To keep it short and simple, because I am talking about Toy Story 5 today, it was alright. I would never have thought that I would watch a new Toy Story movie, let alone for the franchise to be in its fifth film. But what interested me about Toy Story 5 was that the plot is about toy versus technology. It's an interesting topic because now you see a whole new generation of kids be on their cell phone, tablet, or computer, and you rarely see them with toys. You don't even see them playing cards or building with Legos. So the fact that the director Andrew Stanton and McKenna Harris made this into a story caught my interest. The whole cast is back, from Tom Hanks as Woody, Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear, to Joan Cusack as Jessie. Also, even though I will always miss Andy, I'm now used to Bonnie as our kid now. So after seeing Toy Story 5, it was better than I thought it would be. Toy Story 5 is all about Jessie. Jessie is the captain of the toys now since Woody left, and she's basically the toy for Bonnie how Woody was for Andy. So we start off with this fantastic dreamlike animation for the toys as Bonnie plays with them, with Forky and Knifey marrying each other, which I thought looked good. Bonnie is trying to make friends with the other kids, but she's scared to approach them because she realizes she's the only one playing with toys while the other kids start playing with their tablets. So Bonnie's parents like, let's get the little girl the new lily pad everyone is getting, who's played by Greta Lee, which is crazy. Lily pad comes in thinking she knows what's best for Bonnie to make friends, while Jessie argues Bonnie just needs to go outside, basically. And it's like two ideologies colliding with one another. That's basically what the story of Toy Story 5 is about. Now, I thought Toy Story 5 did an amazing job of not only showing the differences between the toys and technology, but the similarities as well. Technology, kids can do whatever they want, from playing games with friends online, learning, and anything. But as you'll see in Toy Story 5, kids are hypnotized to their phones to the point of them looking lifeless at certain points of the movie. Of course, like I said before, when kids play with them in this movie, you'll see Bonnie play with their toys, and as a viewer, see their imagination and creativity. Like the marriage scene between Forky and Knifey. I'll just say without spoilers, when we get to the second and third act of the film, that's when we see the similarities between technology and toys. Technology, just like toys, were once given attention to kids to play with, then once they're moved on to something, it gets put away and forgotten. Also, you can be creative and imaginative with technology. There's so much brain rot and memes online, we forget that we have the tools to create anything and to put it to the world. Toy Story 5 surprisingly reminds us of it and how kids can still have that imaginary wonder with technology. Everything that has to do with Jessie in this movie is a 10 out of 10. Toy Story even goes back to Toy Story 2 and starts off with the instrumental of When Somebody Loves Me. Them creators got me like a fish stuck on a hook. They did even play the actual song throughout the movie, but best believe they had played that song at any moment in the movie, I would embarrass myself as a grown man tearing up in a Toy Story movie with a whole bunch of kids in the audience, dog. I don't know how I feel about that. But they didn't play it. The movie was able to develop Jessie's insecurity and trauma of never feeling neglect again how she was in Toy Story 2. And I thought Toy Story 5 built from that quite nice. I will say what made me enjoy Toy Story 5 more than Toy Story 4 was that it felt natural, and if the creators wanted to make more Toy Story movies, this was the right step to take. I don't think I have to talk about the other characters and cast of Toy Story 5. Everybody was still amazing. Tom Hanks and Tim Allen as Woody and Buzz Lightyear are still loving and funny characters that we met in the first Toy Story. I'm not a Forky hater. I know everybody hates Forky, but it was a good thing we had less of him. But Tony Hale was cool as Forky. There was one bit that the movie was doing with Woody about his faded color hair and fat belly as an old toy, and every time it's funny and you never get tired of it. Buzz trying to propose to Jesse, which I'm not gonna lie was a bit tiring until the payoff comes and you're like, okay, this is good. Also, the new characters that are tech based, including Greta Lee as Pad, was a really good antagonist for the movie. One thing that I don't think was a negative but did feel like a fill in for Toy Story 5 was showing the other Buzz Lightyears and their adventure. I feel every Toy Story movie they always go with Buzz Lightyear still thinking he's a space ranger bit. And at a certain point you're like, we already did this 4 times before this. Now that side plot does have a payoff, but it kind of detracted from the actual story of Jesse. Again, that side plot of the other Buzz Lightyears wasn't bad. In fact, they had some very cool sequences. But this needed to be one of the specials or shorts Toy Story be doing sometimes, instead of being the actual part of the movie. Overall, Toy Story 5 was a great return to the natural story of humanoid products wanting to make their child happy. While Toy Story 1 through 3 was about the progression and care for Andy, Toy Story 5 is about Bonnie learning how to go out and make real friends that care about who she is. We see a nice payoff from Jesse from Toy Story 2 that will make you tear up a bit. I know I did. And being happy to see Woody and Buzz Lightyear again. Definitely don't miss the end credit scene for Toy Story 5. It will be worth it. And that's all. Tell me your thoughts on Toy Story 5 in the comments, and I'll catch y'all guys later. Alright, y'all? Peace.